my gosh, you're Moana and I want to be Pocahontas, but you're so freaking dark.
You're always talking about that.
I want to be your color.
You are dark though.
But you're like dark.
Yeah, but you're Korean. And I'm like on the dark side of the Asians, you know? But you're dark for your Asian.
This is the color I want to be.
Dark yellow. Usually your Asian is
Your Vietnamese is coming out. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My mission for this video series is to help you to live with an attitude of gratitude, and that's why I spell gratitude with 2 T's, so that no matter what situation you're in or what circumstance you find yourself in, you can always find a reason to be joyful. And in this series, I get to invite some of my friends to come and join me and just, share more about our relationship, what we appreciate about each other, and then just taking time to journal together. So this is my friend Paulina.
Hey guys.
She's my island girl. We're always comparing tans, and I'm always like telling her how jealous I am of how dark she is. But she says she considers me dark too. For my kind of Asian.
Yes. Yes.
Do you want to share how we know each other?
Yes.
Yeah. So how long have we known each other? How do we know each other?
We've known each other for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't believe actually it's gone that fast. It feels like yesterday, but then it went by really fast too. I started off doing CrossFit and I met her. I actually didn't even meet her at CrossFit. I met her at a barbecue. Like our gym does a lot of like outside beach barbecue and get-togethers and stuff like that. So
it was Memorial Day barbecue, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that was like a crazy workout that we did then. Did you do it that day? Yeah. I forget what it consists of, but it's just it was really crazy. And we were at a barbecue and she was there and then we started having a conversation and we clicked like that.
We really did. And what you said, considering it was Memorial Day, hasn't even been 6 full months yet.
Yeah.
At the end of this month.
Right.
But for as short of a time as we've known each other, I feel like we became fast friends. And I feel like you know so much about me.
Yep.
And I feel like I could pretty much share anything with you.
Yeah. Well, that day was really special for me in my relationship with Jenn because it was the first time that I was getting out of my comfort zone as far as like going to an outing, because I was so used to just being the Asian and staying at home and working. That's it. So I went to this barbecue and there's another Asian there, which you kind of don't see. I don't know. I mean, you see Asians here on the island, but not like mainland. I don't know.
Yeah, I totally understand. Yeah.
So it was just kind of nice to relate to her as far as like, she was still kind of having that mainland mentality and new to the island sort of, and so was I. But one thing that I took out from the barbecue and how we met was that she was just I just left feeling as if someone was interested in me. She just asked like these questions that were so, I guess, validating and so loving and so like, you just had this fascination for me and it made me feel so like loved and like, wow, this is what humanness and friendship is. I think it took me probably like a week or 2 to text Brandon because she didn't have Facebook. And then I told Brandon, I think I asked him for your number.
Yeah. And
then I texted her to tell her how special that day made me feel, and then that's kind of the start of our relationship.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
To your point, Paulina, I remember when you texted me and you were like, hey, I loved meeting you, and just you saying what you said, like you made me feel really valued and appreciated. I just thought, oh my gosh, this is so incredible that someone I only had such a brief encounter with could be that vulnerable with me. And then I remember after that barbecue, you and we went to get coffee. We're holding hands, by the way. You can't see it, but we're holding hands. Yeah, I remember we went to get coffee. And I didn't know to the level that you felt connected to me. I mean, I liked you off the bat too. And I think it was that day you shared how I made you feel. And I remember freaking crying. And I remember being so embarrassed because it was like our first time actually hanging out. Not in a huge group because there were so many people at the barbecue. But being at the cafe, and I cried listening to you, and then I came home and I was telling Brandon what you said to me, and I couldn't get through the story because I was crying.
Yeah.
Man, you really do have a way with words.
You do too. You have a way with just being you and your like questions, and I I really admire you for that. Like I want to be like you when it comes to like budding or creating relationships like that.
You are.
You
really are. Okay, I'm not gonna cry, but you might be the first person to make me cry. Should we go ahead and maybe share a favorite memory? I guess that could have counted. Yeah. But like, do you have a separate memory apart from that one?
Oh my gosh. Which one? I know. I'm like, which one am I gonna? Well, I was actually gonna say that Java one. Java is our cafe that we go to all the time. Just that first day with us, me, you, and Andy. Andy's also our friend that we frequently go out to go coffee dates with. And I've always just wanted to have like a girls' circle where we got to share with each other and just be vulnerable with each other and just share whatever it is that's going through our minds and just be in an open space where we're not being judged. And if there are like feedback or any sort of thoughts or comments that our friends can give us that can be constructive or proactive, like that, it's just welcomed and it's from a loving space. And I really feel like we've created that between the three of us, and it's just been really exciting because I haven't experienced that since for a long time, basically. So it was something that I wanted to have again. It was really nice to foster that with you. Yeah.
We cry. So Andrea, Paulina, and I, we have a joke amongst the three of us because whenever we hang out, Andrea and I, like 100%, we end up crying. It's like no guarantee. It's like something's wrong if we don't. We've yet to see one tear from this girl.
But I feel it.
She feels
in my heart, in my chest.
She's always like, I'm crying inside.
If I could cry right now, I would.
Inside. Andrea's like, yeah, this is Paulina. She's like, there's nothing there.
One day, though. One day.
Oh,
and maybe you'll be on film.
Day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good one. And I still remember that first time too, because I remember you sharing your life story and you rocked my world in terms of like how open you were. And I hope that more people get to hear about your story one day. But my favorite memory of you, and this is something that I won't ever forget. I'm looking over because I got to get my journal. I think it was last month when Andrea, our friend who works at the Four Seasons, she hooked us up. And oh my gosh, we took a ferry and we went to Lanai, which is like another island, a neighboring island. And we stayed at the Four Seasons there. Yep. And we swear that the Four Seasons was made for us.
Completely. Yeah. And Jenn and I really, really lived it up. Like, we did not want to go anywhere. And I'm actually I'm pretty outgoing. No, she's outgoing too, but I'm pretty out I like going adventures, yes, and I like going out and seeing things. But the Four Seasons between Jenn and I, we were happy just to stay put.
We're like, peace out, everyone. Yeah, you guys just leave us be.
Exactly. We're
at the Four Seasons, and the last morning we were there, I woke up and I had like a crazy breakout. Like I had tiny little whiteheads and hives like all over my chin, like the side of my nose and in between my brows, and it was from a reaction that I had from a skincare product. And it was like the last morning. I think you guys were all talking about going to snorkel and look at dolphins and stuff, and I just started my period that day and I just felt like crap. So I was like, you know what guys, I'm gonna stay in bed and we'll meet up after we check out of the hotel and stuff. The night before, I gave my last 2 Tylenol, extra strength Tylenol, to Andrea because she was having cramps. I'm like, I don't need them. And I was like dying that morning. And Paulina happened to have Advil, so she offered to drop it off to me. What was so nice was like, we didn't even see each other because I went back to sleep. And then when I woke up, Brandon was coming into the room and he like brought in this little drawstring bag with Advil inside. And not only the Advil, but you wrote me this note that I carry with me, and I just think it's so beautiful. Like I just remember crying, and I'm not gonna cry.
Aww.
Can you read it? I don't think I can read it.
Yes.
Can you read it like how you wrote it?
It says, Jenn, you're so beautiful. I love being friends with you. I'm grateful for your joy, your insights, your existence. I admire you in all of your courage, perseverance, and gracefulness. Feel better inside and out. XOXOP.
Oh my god. And I just was like, oh my god. Like I was so moved. And anyway, hands down my favorite memory of you and this note.
You're so sweet.
Oh, Paulina, we just only started. Okay. Just more and more as I get to know you, I really appreciate like how hard you work. Like she's renovating a house right now and she just passed a real estate test, so she's gonna, she's a realtor, and you gotta see this girl doing CrossFit. Like everything that she does, like she gives like 150%, and even through the pain, like you smile. You have like the most contagious smile, and you do it, and then like it's so exciting to be next to you, like cheering you on. Like watching this girl do like handstand push-ups.
Oh, she was my biggest cheerleader.
I was like yelling so hard and trying not to be annoying, but I couldn't control myself.
Every one I did, I can just see her like,
so yeah! And you're like,
and then I'm like,
yeah! Yeah!
You're so excited.
Oh my gosh, so excited. And like the way that you like receive love too, I think you've really inspired me to be less rejecting, because I have a hard time receiving compliments, and when I get them I just want to be like, oh no, if someone's like, oh your hair's nice, I'm like, oh it's not, it's like so quick to defend it. But yeah, I think there's like this gracefulness about the way that you receive love and give love, so that's really inspired me too. And yeah, I also love how I really feel like I can be myself with you. Like all my like weird quirks and stuff, like you don't make me feel embarrassed about it. Like Paulina knows I'm a germaphobe. And what's so funny is she came over today and she picks up this lip product that's on my dining table. And like she just opens
like
it to look at it. Yeah, she just opens it and then she realizes what it is. It's makeup, and she goes,
oh no.
Oh my god, am I allowed to touch it? Am I allowed to touch it? She
just scrolled it up. Just
like,
picked it up, opened it, scrolled it.
But what you've always said is like, Jen, just be free to be you. It's like, you want to go do yoga and not do CrossFit. Like, I'm so proud of it. And you're so good about acknowledging that. And you only help me to be more brave about speaking up and being assertive. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. Thank you as well. I mean, I think that's what's so special about our relationship. And that's something that I appreciate about you too, is that you're really authentic in how you feel. I think that's why I admire like that you can cry, and you're really authentic in what it is that's going on in your life. She shares about like her marriage, like her personal struggles, like family troubles, or just any internal conflict. And I've never seen her suppress it. You may, I don't know, but with me or with, our friends, you've always been very open about it. And I think that's always like really courageous thing to do. And you allow me to be me. We're similar, but then we're not, like I'm organized, but I'm not germaphobe like you to that extent. And I'm kind of raunchy, and my jokes are almost like on the guy's side of it. But you just embrace me for who I am, and it just makes me feel even more loved, or I guess not like we need validation from other people, but sometimes it's just nice to feel that you can be yourself, around the people that you love. So
I love the acceptance we have for each other. Like even through our differences, and like even when I try to tell Paulina and I'm like frustrated because I can't articulate something, she's like, I know, like you just like get me even if I can't get it. And like when I always talk about how sensitive I am, she's like, girl, you're not sensitive. You're like pretty spicy. I think your frustration is when you can't express exactly how you feel. And you pointing that out, it really did something to me. So that was really special, because I think sometimes I do tend to just be like, well, I'm just being sensitive, and maybe I would try to get over it or brush past it. But understanding, like at the core, it's not I'm just being like prissy about something. It's my own frustration with not being able to say exactly how I feel. And that was really
think that's
cool.
what is nice about like friendships, is that you're able to see the strengths in each other, and what we may put down about ourselves, like other people may see it like that's not how it is viewed, like on an outside perspective, and so because I've been a hermit for so long, and just witnessing this type of like interaction and conversation, it's really made me grow into becoming a better person. And so I really thank you for being part of this journey with me.
So now we are going to journal together. I'm so excited for her journal is so crispy right now because we just took it out of the packaging. It's so fresh. What we're gonna do, Paulina, is you have a pen, yeah?
Yep.
We're going to just fill out the day portion. So 3 things we're grateful for, 3 things we're gonna do to make today great, and then our daily affirmation for the day. And then we'll come and share it on camera.
Okay. My pen don't work. Of course.
Yay, you've broken your notebook. Ooh, I love your handwriting.
Oh, thank you. I put that I'm grateful for letting go, and my relationships and friendships, and 3rd is my health.
Can you specify what you meant by letting go?
In the last several months, probably since I started CrossFit, I've been really practicing letting go, letting things happen as it is and as it unfolds, and not trying to be so controlling of the situations. Doing my part in it, taking things step by step, but ultimately letting go of the outcome. So, yeah.
It's been really cool watching all of these things unfold before you as you're practicing letting go. You almost feel like you have to be in control to make things happen.
Right.
But in fact, when you kind of like opened up your palms a little bit, you're like, Jen, this happened. Like, I don't talk to you for like 2 days, and then it's like, oh, I just got my real estate license. I just bought another house.
Right. And all these things just unfold so nicely because I feel like it accelerates the more I just let go. So,
I love
but
that.
it's like a practice every single day.
Yeah.
I'm really grateful for like seeing the light in that. Yeah.
Beautiful. I wrote, I'm grateful for deep belly laughs.
Yeah.
So Paulina, like when she laughs, like she laughs from like the inside. And what's so funny is when we were setting up for the camera, I was like, Paulina, just when you want to do your deep belly laugh, just face away from the mic.
I don't think I've done that. You tell me I'm gargle!
It's something you have to experience in person. But it's so funny because she was like the one person that I'm like, I want her to express herself. But just tone it down.
Yes, because of the mic, yeah.
And then I'm really grateful for how easy it is to talk to you. Yeah. And then 3 is I received this eyeshadow palette yesterday. I showed you, and it's like the packaging's like sustainable. It's
so
from
pretty.
a female-owned brand from San Francisco, and like the eyeshadows, they're infused with like sea buckthorn oil and lavender oil, and like they're really like thoughtfully made.
And the names of each of the eyeshadow was really cute too.
Yes, it was like spirituality, meditation, mystic. Like it was very like yoga centric in some sense. So the brand is Aether Beauty. And what I loved is like, especially when I get any kind of PR package, it's like the handwritten notes that are in there. And they don't always come with it. And I just love that she wasn't like, hey, I'm going to send you this, like give me a review. But it's like, hey, I want you to have this and play with it. And it was so exciting for me to have a brand new eyeshadow palette to play with. And I'm really thankful for that.
Is that what you're wearing? She opened it, she was so excited, and she really wanted to put her finger in it, but because of her germaphobeness, she wouldn't do it.
Oh my gosh, so I was on my way out to go to the cafe to meet her, and the package had just come. So I grabbed the box and I unboxed it at the coffee shop, and I was like, oh, I just want to swatch all of them, but I can't. My hands are dirty. I'm in public.
Which tempted me to want to lick it, but I didn't.
You would not do that. Okay, what are 3 things you're going to do to make today great?
I am going to take care of me, relaxation. I'm really actually kind of exhausted today. I kind of go. But later on tonight, I am going to this restaurant called Monkey Pod. Here, it's in Wailea, probably like 10 minutes away from you. And they have a strawberry cheesecake there that's awesome. It's like super fluffy. It's not your like thick cheesecake, but it's really fluffy and airy, and it's just delicious. And I'm gonna go with the flow today. I'm gonna be at ease and allow myself to relax and not feel like I need to accomplish one more thing.
Dude,
so relaxation is the accomplishing. Yeah.
We definitely have that in common.
Yeah.
We're like, we have to do it all and do it the best we can.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to hear that you're relaxing today.
Yeah.
Sometimes I really have to schedule in relaxation too. Otherwise, it's so easy to overlook, you know?
Yeah.
Cool. So those are your 3?
Yep.
Okay. So mine 1 is meditate. I've just gotten to a place, Paulina, where I never thought I would be, where now I really prefer like unguided meditations, like in silence. I never thought I'd get there.
Yeah, those
like
are my favorites.
I'm like, how do people just sit in silence? You know, I always needed like an app like Headspace or Calm with someone guiding me, but now I'm like, I just want to float with my thoughts.
Yep.
So that's a really cool place to be. Like you, like reading is something that I like to make time for.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's like, oh, I'll just do it later, I'll do it before bed, and sometimes
Right.
I like pass out even though I like want to read. I'm just so tired.
Yeah.
And then meal prepping.
Okay.
There's things in there that I want to make, especially because like now that Brandon's like working from outside the home more, if I meal prep in advance, then like he just has to open the fridge and take food to go. So
Awesome.
I'm gonna do that. And what is your daily affirmation for today?
That I am worthy of all good things I've asked the universe for. And yeah, I think that's a good reminder for me that everything that I ask for is never really out of reach. I don't know if Thomas Edison can make electricity. I think all the things I ask for is pretty easy to give, you know.
You were saying earlier, because you're like, man, I want a gratitude journal. And I was like, do you want
Yeah.
I really got to start asking for some bigger stuff. Because you just keep getting all these things without expecting it. Right?
And Jenn's super giving. And all of your gifts are just so impactful, and you've really been this like integral part of my path in real estate. Especially Jenn gave me a laptop, her old laptop, and it just meant the world to me because I got to do my real estate tests on it, and she taught me how to do like Google Calendar, and also what is it, Evernote, and the reminders. Oh my god, it like changed everything for me. So I'm definitely like a daydreamer. Like I come up with ideas. I'm kind of like all over the place, and it was just nice to have a friend that knows how to organize everything and had kind of put systems in place for me. So wherever I need to go in my next journey, it'll be at least more organized.
Oh my gosh. Do you know me sharing that with you? Because our last coffee date, you mentioned like, oh, I have all these things that I want to do and I don't know how to organize, and I just kind of shared my own personal system. Yesterday with the other two girls, Samantha and Justine, they were asking me about like sort of the same thing, and I'm like, I just walked Paulina through the thing that I do, and I just gave them like an intro, and in 2 weeks I'm like teaching an organizational workshop to them.
You should do one.
What I did with you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it with them.
Yeah, you should make it like into like an event,
like a bigger event.
Why not? I think a lot of people could benefit from that.
Well, what I am curious about doing is, I love that you were so excited about it, and then I'm gonna kind of trial run it with them too, and if they also find it like really amazing, maybe I'll make a video. Because I think you said it would be helpful if I did.
So
okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
My daily affirmation is, when I reconnect, like, and by that I mean like reconnecting with myself, I'm the best version of myself. And I think that's been really important for me too, is because I let myself just get so distracted by a lot of the noise and what I feel like I should be doing or who I should be. When I kind of quiet that and I really tap into like, you know, my spirit-led self, like I feel like I could really get in touch with like what God's trying to tell me to do. And like that's it. Like when I reconnect with that, there's no better version of Jenn, I think. Yeah. Thank you so much for doing this with me.
Thanks for inviting me.
I've been wanting this girl on my channel for a while. We're just wondering like, what are we gonna start with, you know? And I feel like this was the perfect intro. So thank you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you take some time to journal today, practice gratitude, and maybe even reach out to a friend that you really appreciate and let them know what you love about them. And before we go, Paulina, do you want to kind of tell us a little bit about like what you have going on? Like, is your website ready yet?
My website is still in the making, but I do have an Instagram at Paulina Kim Tran and a Facebook, so you can find me there.
Yeah, and if you want to buy a home in Maui later, she's your girl. Oh, when Brandon and I, it's time to go home shop. She's our girl.
Yeah. Super exciting.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, guys.